We're getting close to that time of the year again, so it's time to put out another episode of Ask the Night just before the festive holidays. And the first two questions are from The Prez. How you doing? Question 1. What are your thoughts on Daytona USA 3? I'm glad to see such an iconic franchise come back. From the trailer footage I've seen, it's been updated, with modern graphics, but you can see it's staying very faithful to where it came from, and Daytona's an arcade classic, so really psyched for that one coming back. Question 2. Have you ever driven a go-kart? I have, and I sucked at it. See, I'm okay doing driving on video games. In real life, oh no, I'm terrible. The only times I've ever done that, I think once was at Thorpe Park, just outside of London, and the American Adventureland theme park just near Leicester in the Midlands of England, and I was terrible. Anybody that ever saw me trying to drive the go-karts up there, I had to be towed back into the pit area. You gotta laugh. So yeah, if you ever tried racing me in go-kart, I hand you the prize money already. It's like, dude, I already suck at this bad. Yeah, you win. And Throwback Junior for question 3, Christmas related question. What are your favorite Christmas TV specials? Thunderbirds, Stingray, The Simpsons, and Sonic the Hedgehog Christmas Blast. Thunderbirds, give or take 1 million, because it was a nice way to end the series off on a very positive note. Stingray, very similar circumstances, had a very nice mellow feel to the season. Sonic the Hedgehog Christmas Blast, which felt like a fusion of Adventures of and Satam put together, where it's the art style of Adventures of with the Baldry portrayal of Dr. Robotnik, but there's elements of Saturday Morning in place, because Sonic says Robotropolis, but says as Robottropolis, and Princess Sally Acorn is there, but she has a non-speaking role, and it's her pink design. And I'm just going to say this, missed opportunity on Deke's part by not having her speaking or more involved, but that's just me. And The Simpsons special, and it's not what you think, it's actually the very first one, which celebrated its 27th anniversary 3 days ago, Simpsons roasting upon an open fire. And I still proclaim this to this day, The Simpsons are the only 1980s show still going, because I was on December 17th, 1989. Mainly because, alright, animation-wise, it hasn't aged well, but that particular episode, but there was more of a sense of a moral theme in the early years, where characters mess up, even though their intentions were noble and they were trying to do the right thing, but it just comes off as, just as very ill-conceived or just didn't work, and they tried to go out of their way to rectify and right the wrong. And particularly with the way Homer goes to be a Santa Claus stand-in at the mall, only to get little to nothing to try and compensate for his lack of Christmas bonus for that year. And they bring home Santa's little helper from the racetrack. That was when I respected the Homer Simpson character a lot more, because you felt like he was a decent, honest guy. He's a guy that, Homer in those days, although the character is still decent and honest, I feel like today they're just, making him do stupid things for the sake of, whereas back then there was more of a moral emphasis with him. He really wanted to try to get the family to better themselves, whereas now it's almost like he gives a damn, but he doesn't give a damn, if that makes any sense to you. So I tend to gravitate to the very first episode more, simply because they don't really write TV shows nor movies with that kind of tone and mentality of teaching the right lessons but without it feeling forced. And in a similar vein, it's what I'm not trying to say The Simpsons, go hand in hand with shows like Knight Rider or the first Superman movie or anything like that. I just felt like, there was an important message hidden beneath the story that it's very subtle, where it just puts a message right there where you think, okay, I get what you're trying to go with that. And the payoff was decent, with Simpsons roasting upon an open fire, because although Homer didn't get to do Christmas the way he would have preferred, he brought back a gift that the family could embrace and share their love with, which is Santa's little helper. Not the brightest dog in the world, but like Lisa, that dog has a heart of gold. So that's why I tend to gravitate towards that episode, and like the other episodes I mentioned, because there was an important message in all of those. I think that'll cover it. So, you know how this shtick works by now. Leave a question in the comment section below if this is on YouTube, VidMe, DynamicKnight.com, Facebook, Twitter, or over at River City Gamers. How you doing, guys? With the hashtag AskTheKnight. But until then, ask again.